Okay, here we go. Paperworks. I think it's the third one. I'm not sure. We are listening to Sunbather by Deaf Heaven. Since I'm doing the USBM videos, I'm trying to imagine where I will end or come out. Maybe this will be a endpoint. Most hated, most loved by some. I don't know. Just got a package in that is actually a distro package for Hypertension Records from our good friends at Consoling. The first thing is Jarbu or Jarbu with Illusory. I didn't open this because I don't think this will end up in my collection. What I did open was this one, Omnia Mors Aquat, I think, from, what was the name again? Ulvenblot, sorry, Ulvenblot. One of the people in Nihil that has a solo project now. Omnia Mor Aiquat by Ulvenblot was recorded at Dead Crush by Vitriol. Pictures by William van der Voort, Damon drawing by Warhead Arts and under exclusive license from Phantom, made in the Netherlands. Yeah. Black metal. I don't see what the demon drawing is. Oh yeah, the center. Oh, the front, I guess. It's a demon. It is a black, very standard pressing, bare bones, and I haven't heard it, but I expect it to be raw in the with production behind it, but in the raw category. It has spikes, it has skulls, it has demons, so we'll see. I'll put this on in the next video. The next video probably will be the first, or the demo version of the podcast. Ruben is editing it, and tonight we are doing the second take, or the second version, if you will, and we'll go from there. Child doesn't have a name yet, so we'll see. What I'm reading, I'm going to structure it at what I read now, some paper, and then books. What I'm going through again now is the Iron Fist magazine, that, if you don't know, was a English publication. I think it was, because it's sadly stopped. I still need to pick up the last one, but it has, like, the first one has Watain on it. It has Sodom, 30 Years of War, Sarcophago, Grand Magus, Shining, Deal, Manila Road, Black Trip, and more. It is packed. It's always done very nice. The head editor-in-chief was Louise Lady Evil Brown. Was or is. I hope still is, because this was a magazine that was available at my local magazine store. Sadly, something like Decibel is not. Here we go. It's more on the heavy metal spectrum, but they always have, like, Dark Throne, Metal Punk, Dead Squad, The Kids Are United. This has Saxon, of course. Roadburn Festival, Ghosts. There's Dio, Merciful Fate. So yeah, you get where we are going with this. This is one of my favorite releases, of course, of Eric, and then I forgot what Insulated Dude name is. Was when Sister came out. First publication was 2012. I think the first one is Watain, and they just rounded out the Lawless Darkness tour at Bloodstock Festival, which is on YouTube for its entirety, and it's a very good show. It started at dusk and it became dark as they went along. So yeah, Iron Fist magazine, well worth checking out. This is something that probably you can find I was going to say in second-hand book stuff, but I think the people that bought it are still saving it. I have the rest. It's up to 23 or something like that, I think. So that was that. Then I'm not going to show everything, because there are, like, I have Eber Hardcore Fest booklets. Let's see what year this was. 2013. What was the band that was Madball, Catharsis? Oh yeah, that was the year I was sick as a dog, dying in a van somewhere on the campgrounds, and then got up to to watch some shows like Catharsis. Yeah, Another Year, Trapped Under Ice, I Hate God, Converge, Rise and Fall, Crowbar, Toxic Holocaust, Cruel Hand. So Keep It Fast is always worth checking out. The House Metal Meeting from what year is this? 2011. Let's see. There's not really anything good in here. I usually don't like the lineup too much. Ghost, Electric Wizard. Oh yeah, this is the year I went with my brother. And the others came after. We went 4 days, I think, which is great. And then they sadly, I don't know if Kraak, I think still exists, Kraak. It's a Belgian noise, soundscape, whatever festival that I spaced on way too much. But yeah, still worth keeping. Then, I'll Be Your Mirror. This was quite a weekend. Me and Kim, the wife, did a weekender to London because it was this. We did one day, I'll Be Your Mirror, and that was the Slayer performing Rain and Blood. As you can see, it's the first day, I think. Slayer performing Rain and Blood, Mogwai on Saturday, and the Afghan Wigs on Sunday, so that were the headliners. What I saw, something like Balam Akap was there, but I haven't seen it. Dead Grips, haven't seen it, that was the different day. Dem Dyke Stare, Four Swords. Harvey Milk, I think I saw, I'm not sure. Melvins I saw. Sleep I saw. Like Soft Moon is also on here, the OCs is on here, so this was a great Holes in the Throne Room. I definitely saw in Yelp, I think so too. This was at the Alexandra Palace in London, which is a spectacular venue, but it is quite big. Quite big to see some shows, but yeah, if you are looking at Rain and Blood, there was a lot of people wanting to see that. There's also the booklets. ATP is always, or has always been, incredible. Beware the Beast Man, for he is the devil's pawn. That's in there. Cherished treasure. What is even a more cherished treasure from that camp is the documentation from the Nightmare Before Christmas 2008, Mike Patton and the Melvins. I went there with also Kim a weekend to Minehead, the west side of England. A great weekend. We had a bungalow there. Steven Tupartu was booking, I guess. Big Business, James Blood, Olmer, Boren en der Klapper, Koren, Boss Hawk, Junior Brown, Butthole Surfers, Double Negative, Dalek, Farmers Market, Fantomas, of course, Venice, Ghost Digital, Isis, Neil Hamburger, which was something else. Joe Lally was there, the Meat Puppets, Mastodon. I remember the Locust most. Isis, Monotonics, I remember, was a great show because they do some excellent crowd work. Os Mutantes, Porn, Roselle was even there. Soul Savers, The Damned, I saw there for the first and only time. Dirt Bomb, Locust, which was incredible. Yeah, Torch, Zoo, that's about it, but yeah, really cool festival where I got to see a lot of bands that I have never saw and never seen again. This is the Cinema ATP. They have a TV channel that plays. I saw Cruising there with Al Pacino, which was incredible. The Cards, there we go. The Plan, and this was incredible. This is right at the seaboard. There's a tropical swimming pool, so it has everything in it. Last thing I'll show, and I'll put the Roadrunner stack in the next video because it starts where I'm stopping this one. This is all the Domino booklets that I could get my grubby little hands on. We were studying in Brussels at the time. 03, 04, that was later, I guess, but I don't know who got them or how I got them. I know the 03 and 04, I just went to the AB to get them, and then we mailed and stuff like that. So these are the program booklets. Yeah, that was always great to get. The first one, 04, 05, 06, I think 08 should have been the one with sun. Nope. Anti-pop, I can see here. Which one was sun? Because the sun one is, this is Rune Gramophone, which will also, Interpol was there. Def Jux Presents, wow. Domino was always like a showcase, but not with per se new artists, but they had like a Ninja Tuning Night, for example, which definitely piqued my interest. The Mars Volta, did I go here? Yeah, I think I wrote here. Radio Vagabond subtitle. What else is in here? Stephen Maltmas and the Jigs, Gonzalez, Henry Rollins, Spoken Word, 150 minutes, aren't you insane? This is a show I didn't see. Songs of Haya, Jackie O Motherfucker and Friends of Dan Martinez, Songs of Haya. I would have loved to see that, but sadly, he, yeah, Jason Molina didn't chose life. So yeah, that was 03, 04, 05. I'm not sure where Sun comes in. Oh, here we go. Sun and John Weiss. So this was not the one I went to, I think. I'm not sure. This was the one I went to. Boris Wiegand-Lenski, and this was in 06. So I always have it at 08, but apparently it's 06, which is weird. Or is it Domino, the 6th edition? Time. Is it important? Maybe not. This was also the year that that Battles played, and that I got to witness a lot of cool stuff. Battles, Kieran Hepton. And Kieran Hepton played with Steve Reed. Black Dice also played. So yeah, you get the picture. Domino Festival. They should. There is a new version of it, but I'm not sure what it's called. Very good curated stuff. Okay, let's get into some books and an artwork and some artwork. Lords of Chaos. I was reading it because I was looking at Darkthrone, or looking into Darkthrone to do the trilogy. There is so much stuff I didn't know. This is by Michael Moynihan and Diederik Sutherland, I think. Most incredible story in the history of music, heavyweight book by Kerrang. The Bloody Rise of Satanic Metal Underground, the new edition. Yeah, if you ask some people, there's a lot of made-up stuff in here. If I read this, it kind of reads okay. It is the perspective of two guys. It's not, well, they try to interview people that were there, so you kind of get the stories, but I don't think we'll ever get the full story. So there you go. For example, there's something in the Darkthrone, or there's going to be something in the Darkthrone video I didn't know that pertains to that thing. Then what we have here is the A Third Man Records placeholder, or I don't know how to call it. This is the Black Metal The Cult Never Dies Volume 1 by Dale Patterson, the follow-up book to This Beast, Evolution of the Cult. Yeah, this is quite a good book. It's been some time since I read it, but it goes wider than just Norway. It has Mist of Fire in here, I think. Blasphemy, Celtic Frost, Venom, Merciful Fate. So yeah, Mayhem, of course, Burzum. Very early Darkthrone picture in their death metal days. The record's done. So yeah, Marduk, very cool, very encompassing book. And then there are, this is volume 1, I think there are 3 volumes. Let's see if we can find a good picture. I think Evil Feast is even in here. Yeah, Grim Spirit, Evil Feast, so it goes deep. Keats Machine, Bethlehem, Silencer, yeah. Let's just put it on again, we're almost through. This is maybe the coolest book I have. This is the Slayer Mag Diaries by Metallion. The originals are kind of impossible to find by now. Slayer magazines, they were up to 10, I think, when they started. The Life Saga of John Metalian Christiansen. He was from Sweden, I think, but he was very closely linked, and he was there when all the mayhem stuff unfolded. So he was at the live shows. He took pictures. It is actually a very cool compilation of zines. I'll skim through it a bit. This is on bazillion points, which will show up very, very much. This is Unleashed, so it goes all over the place. Also, Impaled Nazarene. A lot of text, a lot of pictures. Niflheim, which is an incredible band. And what's this? I don't know who that is. There's a middle finger. But yeah, you get the point. It has a lot of cool shit. Remember. There you go. So yeah, Metalion. The Slayer Mag Diaries. This is closely followed by this book, and this is a bit banged up. This is Only That Is Real by Tom G. Warrior. Also on bazillion points. Illustrated History of Hellhammer and Early Celtic Frost from 81 to 85. Tom Gabriel Fisher with Martin Eric Ain, Only That Is Real. Very cool booklet. It is slight embossed. Everything white is slightly embossed. And I got this second hand, I think, but looking at this now, I do have all the flyers in there for Slayer and Murder in the Front Row and Swedish death metal and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, it goes from early shit, Grave Hill, and it tells the story. I don't know if Triticon is per se in here. I don't think so, because it's the Hellhammer Celtic Frost. I saw something. Very cool pictures, very old, black and whites. I realize this is not. The fuck's this? Lilith in '84. I don't know who this is, but she looks like a fun chick. Venom, Hitler shirt, corpse paint by King Diamond. So yeah, seems they had some cool zines and stuff like that. All the logo variations are in here. So it is quite a cool book. 5 pictures. And for a band that was mocked religiously and furiously, they had a pretty good following later on. So yeah. Celtic Frost. Last thing I'll show you book-wise is the Tabula Obscura. I was looking how to get into the paperwork book stuff, but I had the Timo Ketola artwork on the Ashbore Bloodlands split, and then I looked into this again because Timo Ketola did the artwork, lay bare. There is a handwritten letter by Desiree from Laybear, which is a beautiful human being, together with Manuel. There is a signed print in this one. I'm not sure if that's in all of them. And what this is a artwork booklet from Manuel Tennemans, Sami Albert Hinen, and Timo Ketola. That was presented at Roadburn some odd years ago. This is signed, I think, by all 3, and this came out on Ajna, the Ajna Offensive. Yeah, to show everything would be weird. This is Manuel. It's a bunkish artwork, spearhead artwork, Lichgate cover. That's from a few years back. Jack Stolt. And then here is the Timo Ketola artwork. This is Son and Nurse meets Wont from the Editions Mego reissue. Some tree work. mysticism. Parakletos, and this is another son, I think, or son used it. I have an original somewhere from him, but it's tucked away inside a book. It should be in this booklet, I guess. But, yeah. One more. There you go. It is not in here. The print is in here in the beautiful letter by Desiree, November 2011, so I think 2012, presented at Rodman, not sure. The only thing I'm going to show, since it is paper, this is hanging next to my bed most of the time. This is the Ketola, Dead Spell Omega box print, and there are 15, I think I have 3, it's called Chalice. Now this is not a etching, I think it's screen printed from an etching plate or something like that, because it looks etched, but there is no deep print. But yeah, fell in love with this and I bought it at the same time as I got the book, I think. Pretty sure. That's it. Yeah, next up will be the podcast. I think we have a guest already, maybe I said his name, it's Rink. It's going to be Rink. We'll see what we will come up with, we'll see. It's going to be music talk, mostly, of course. That's it. 2 times Deaf Heaven, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, we'll see. Bye.